Archbishop Desmond Tutu once said that the way we treat the most vulnerable people in our society speaks to who we are. My name is Jenny O'Regan and I'm the coordinator for OzHarvest in the Southern Highlands. We're based around Bowral and our job is to reduce food waste and to see it redirected to those that need it. Ronnie Khan started OzHarvest back in 2004. She was an events coordinator, and at the end of every event there was a ton of leftover food that she had to throw out. So one day she just decided to pop into a local homeless shelter and offer it to the charity. And of course they loved it. Word got around and the demand grew, and then she thought, well, maybe I should run with this as a charity idea, and she did. So she set it up in 2004. OzHarvest in the Southern Highlands commenced in 2017, August 2017. We're actually coming up for our 5th anniversary soon, so we're going to have a nice little party for that. I took over in 2018 and we started with just 4 people doing collections. It was on 2 days a week, and now we're up to 4 days a week. We have 20 volunteers and my team is just amazing. They work through COVID lockdowns, through wind, hail, rain, shine, and they always turn up. They're just absolutely keen and a wonderful, reliable team. According to the Climate Council, if food waste was a country, it'd be the 3rd biggest emitter of greenhouse gases in the world. That's global food waste. And they estimate also that 20% of food purchased by families in Australia is wasted. Add to that there's about 20 to 40% that is also thrown out at supermarkets. So that's another 20 to 40%, and that's a significant food wastage problem. 1 in 3 kilograms of food produced in Australia is wasted, which is a terrible statistic. It's a huge environmental problem and a huge economic problem. Food wastage accounts for about $5.2 billion in economic waste. So what we are looking at is that when food goes to landfill, it produces greenhouse gases as it rots, and it's actually estimated to be about 2.5 kilos of greenhouse gases per kilo of food waste, which is a huge amount of greenhouse gas emissions. Add to that the needless production of food that we've gone through all the effort of growing it, harvesting it, transporting it, and putting it on shelves and stacking and packaging, and there's a lot of greenhouse gases in the production process as well that also get wasted. So you add another 3.3 billion metric tonnes to the greenhouse gases. So there's an estimate by 2050 that up to 14% of emissions could be avoided by managing our food and waste better. So we start early in the morning. We go and collect food that the supermarket is giving us. So we have Woolworths Bowral, Woolworths Minnegong, Harris Farm Market and Aldi in Mossvale are our main supermarket donors. There are other donors, smaller donors that we have, like Samuel G's and Kookaburra and a few other little organisations, and we're just blown away by the generosity of our donors. We also get food from the community garden here, and people even can donate pumpkins and oranges or whatever from their own orchards, so we will come and collect. We use our own cars because we didn't want the overhead of a van. We have very few overheads actually, we're all volunteers, including myself. So any donation that we get goes to supplement the food that we have. We bring it back usually to the Bowral Uniting Church, and then we weigh everything that we get and categorise it. Then we work out who gets what in our distribution. So we give our food to charity, and the charities then pass it on to the clients that they are in touch with. Yeah, so the food that we get from supermarkets is still good to eat, but they aren't keeping it any longer. So they sort through what they have, and quite often we'll get food that we look at and we think, well, I'd buy this. But we hope for their generosity, because supermarkets are doing all right. So we hope that they will give us good food, and they do. OzHarvest is not only national, it is going international. They have been open in South Africa, and there's one going into England. The model and the company is expanding. So we're starting to do something that they do in the cities, and that is partner with chefs in the local area. We've had a partnership with Chef Stefano Marvello, who's been making meals for us using some of our food. And we're about to start, which we're very excited about, with the community cooking school, who's going to take some of our food and cook up a whole lot of meals and package them and freeze them, and we can hand them out to all of our charities. So that's really exciting. All right, so we wouldn't get anywhere if we didn't have the charities. So there's the Bowral Uniting Pantry, and there's the C3 Cares Cafe in Bowral, and there's Foursquare Church in Welby. We have Community Links in Bowral. We have the Southern Highlands Homelessness Service, the Youth Refuge, Pop In, Anglicare in Moss Vale, and the Dungung Share program for the Aboriginal community in Mittagong. So yeah, our food goes a long way. We also have a crisis freezer that the PCYC is very generously paying the electricity bills for, and which the Rotary Club donated to us. So we have a lot of generous donors and helpers in the community. So it really brings community together to actually support the people that need it. Last year we collected 47,000 kilograms of food destined for landfill, which would equate to 117,500 kilograms of methane in the atmosphere. So we have an impact. It also equates to a very high number, 158,000 meals. We're very, very happy with what we're able to do in the Highlands. If you want to donate to us, you can contact us via the Facebook page, or I have an email address, southernhighlands.info@ozharvest.org. Any donation to OzHarvest Southern Highlands will go towards food, for sure.